for me, understanding when I first became an activist, the first bit of political text I read was Madiba's speech from the dock. And that speech is a history of South Africa up to that point. And history is told by many people in different ways. So for instance, if you read most history books, it doesn't tell you of lesbian gay leaders in South Africa. It doesn't. Who were part of a movement or part of government. It doesn't tell you of the fact that South Africa in Afrikaans had the first gay poem in South Africa was in Afrikaans. Right? So it doesn't tell you any of that information. Just as if you look at history, one of those books called The Reader's Digest History of South Africa, the first edition had the picture of one woman in it. It was this thick book with lots of pictures, but it had one political leader was a woman in it. Guess who? Winnie Mandela. And she was only in there, why? Because she's Mandela's wife. Not because she's a leader in her own right. So there are ways in which women get written out of history. And also there's ways in which working class people are totally written out of history. But in Mandela's speech from the dock, there is a history of the oppression of black people in South Africa, of poor people, of migrant workers, of people carrying passes. They all find a voice in that speech and an analysis of the economy. So when that trial happened, that speech from the dock and the speech of other people from the dock raised to a global voice and spoke to black people in South Africa of why they had to organize and why they had to act. And I'd suggest you should read that, but in this course we're also going to concentrate on the speeches of people who we don't normally hear and the cross-examinations of people who we don't normally hear, like Walter Sisulu and Elias Motsoaledi and Kathrada and so on.